All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. Today, I actually forgot my headphones, so I'm not sure how good the audio is going to be. It happens, you know what I mean? Anyways, what I want to get into today is stop comparing yourself to the elite when it comes to fitness. Now, I grew up loving and worshiping really all different types of athletes. Walter Payton, it could be Dick Buckus, Dr. J. I'm from Chicago, Jordan, the list goes on and on and on, right? Even with lifting weights throughout my entire life. I love Franco Colombo. I eventually loved Lee Haney, Rich Kaspari, Dorian Yates, all these type of dudes. And I wanted to be like them, right? I think like a lot of people, if you're involved with fitness regarding, it doesn't matter what age you are actually, you look up to certain people. It could be a professional athlete. It could just be even someone locally in your gym. It could be a family member, a friend, a colleague who's in great shape, whatever the case may be, right? I get it. But here's the thing, especially when it comes to kind of getting caught up with the elite. You got to understand, you got to sometimes take a realistic approach. Now, again, I'm going to say it, nothing wrong with wanting to emulate them or get as big as them, as strong as them, right? Or as coordinated as them, or go to the level that they're at, or maybe even exceed the level that they're at. But what I see what happens with a lot of people, especially now more than ever with YouTube, Instagram, and all these things, when working out, they get deflated. They keep looking at people and kind of comparing themselves. And after a certain amount of time, they're not even getting close to, say, somebody who's a professional athlete or somebody that's a high-level performer when it comes to athletics of any sort. They kind of quit or they want to give up. I'm here to tell you, you got to realize this stuff takes not months, I talk about it, sometimes even more than years. It takes decades to get to a certain point. Now, I'm not saying everything's going to take decades, but you got to understand, if you're comparing yourself to a professional athlete of some sort, and you just started working out, say a year or two, I mean, you got to take, again, a realistic approach. That person who's a professional athlete or somebody that's high-level performer, they've probably been doing this a majority of their life. I started working out at 5 years old and really never stopped. All right, now that I'm in my 50s, I have a lot of people that are middle-aged that come to me and want to work out and get into a certain type of shape. And they're kind of, again, wishy-washy. They're good for a couple months, then they're off for a few months, and one minute they're all ambitious to say, hey, I'm going to start, I'm going to try your workouts or do these certain things. They start doing them. They don't see maybe the results, and of course, they're older. It's going to take time. And you may be one of these people. Listen, I talk about this a lot. Fitness is a lifetime journey. Don't get caught up a lot of times with the here and now. You do have to find what specifically works for you, but again, that's going to take time. But don't get deflated. Don't get down on yourself because you're not as accomplished physically, I guess you could say, as other people. Don't worry about what anybody else looks like, how they're performing. I don't care if they're a professional athlete, what they're getting paid. Put that all aside. You got to focus in on you, okay? What's going to give you the desire to get you to where you want to be? If you want to be as big or as strong or as fast as them, wonderful. Let's put a plan together and let's go for that. But also, if we're not reaching that at the time frame that we think, we can't quit. We can't get down on ourselves. It may take you longer to get to a certain point than someone else, but I can assure you, you can get there. I've discussed this before. I started lifting weights like a lunatic at 5 years old. Then at like 12 or 13, really went hardcore and never stopped till now. But I was going to say up until about I was 18, I didn't really see that great of results as far as size went. I was exhausted from working out for so hard, for so long, and not getting the results I wanted. I actually was just always the smallest guy in the gym. I don't know what happened with me, but something happened within my body, and all of a sudden I finally started to get the results I wanted, but it took a substantial amount of time. And believe me, I know what it feels like to feel weak, not as strong as other people, kind of always falling behind. Listen, that happens. I get it. But please I'm going to wrap it up with this. Take that realistic approach. You can look at them, learn from them. You are not them, okay? Get that through your head. You are you. You're going to figure out what works best for you. And again, it's probably going to maybe take more time than you thought. That's the one thing I don't think people realize a lot of times is they think they're going to get into a certain amount of shape a lot quicker. They're also going to think they're going to look a lot better a lot quicker. And usually that's not the case either. A lot of people think they're going to lose a lot of weight a lot quicker than they usually do. A lot of people think they're going to get a lot bigger, more muscular in a certain time frame, and it doesn't happen. Okay, this stuff takes time, all right? I'm here to tell you. So anyways, you got any questions or comments, please hit me up. I love helping people, but just please don't get so caught up with, again, what everybody else is doing, their type of exercises, and their, I guess you could say, their results. Let's just start worrying about your results, okay? All right. Also, if you want, you can check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check me out, all right? You can see all my stuff on richcelenza.com. All right. Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.